This resident, Mr. Joe Cho, just walked in. Does he have a comment or anything he wants to make? He lives in Eagleridge.
Did he miss the citizens'
Right,
comment?
he just came.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he come down?
Forever, so the board would have to make an
Is
exception.
it okay with the rest of the board if Mr. Ho gives a comment to us? He had come down to comment, but he missed the comment period. He can speak to us if we as a board say it's okay. We don't know, but he missed the comment period because he arrived late. But the board has to agree to it. I think that would be fine, Mr. Ho, if you would like to give us.
Mr. Cho.
We're making an exception just for the one. Are you here with Mr. Ho?
He just came in. I saw him.
We don't usually do this. This is really rare. Let me ask the board. Mr. Lang, are you okay with letting this very small group speak who came down to address us, but unfortunately arrived too late for the citizens' comment?
I guess I would be sure.
We don't do this. This is extremely rare, but yes, we would be happy to hear from you. So if you'd like to get up and just give us your name and address and let us know what.
Just right here. You'll say your name and your address.
Hello, my name is In Cho. I live in 5981 Eagleridge Drive, West Chester. Reason I'm here, actually I'm a diabetic and I lost my vision since 98 and it's been a while. But doctor really recommending do some lot of exercise, which means I need to do a lot of walking. But if I want to do some walk, I would really like to do lot of walk through the township, like where I live. But they only have one side of the street of a sidewalk. I actually want to go up in the hill on Eagle Ridge, but there's no way I can cross that street because there's no sidewalk. Only sidewalk they have is I have to cross the street to get to the sidewalk. And I got hit by a car so many times because everybody's speeding through there, plus they don't even have a cross line, so I can cross the line, you know. And if there's possible, I wish they can make some sidewalk toward my side of the house. Instead, I have to go across the street. I do understand there's a lot of money involved. So how about this? How about make some speed bump across the street from the alley to the street? Then people get used to it, they can always slow down. Or if that's not possible, they put a big cross line paint crossover, then they might pay attention every day. Even I got a red vest, like a construction vest. Even I put that one on, that don't mean nothing, you know. Even I got can on my hand to cross it. People don't care, they're just speeding all the time. You might ask me why you want to cross the street. Because I want to make a living. I have to do exercise. Maybe I'm the only one live in that town to cross the street, but I've seen so many kids going back and forth to school. And you gotta cross the street to get to the high school there. I don't understand why town can put a big cross line or speed bump over there, or put some extra troop out there, catch some more speeding, you know, person. That's my opinion, I don't know. If there's a lot of money involved with the painting cross street, I'll be glad to donate whichever gallons to the put on the street for painting over. I will buy that paint. Or if you guys don't have time, I will go out there painting myself. Thank you.
Sir, could you spell your name, please?
In-I-N, last name is Cho, C-H-O.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Deborah Bentley. and I reside at 6047 Eagleridge Drive. And I'm here, very briefly, my 12-year-old daughter goes to Freedom, and she crosses Eagleridge every day to walk to school and when she comes home. And a lot of her friends have to cross that street as well when they come over to the house and play. And it scares me to death. And when I pick my son up from the bus also right there, and there have been so many cars that have flown past there while the bus is stopped and there's lights flashing, and the cars continue to just fly by, don't even pay attention. I think once they reach that roundabout, they just fly up that hill, and I worry about the safety of our kids. And that's all I had to say.
Thank you. There's a number of issues there. Mrs. Boyko, are there any you'd like to respond to, like crosswalks in the middle of the street, or?
I certainly would like to, certainly consider it to the concern for safety, but before I can give the board a detailed report on what options there may be to remedy some of these concerns, I'd like to be able to consult with the county engineer's office, because by law they are our traffic engineer, and anything that we construct, even if it's on a township road, they would need to advise us on what the correct construction and signage would be. So I certainly would like to do that. But I guess I just, as an aside, I just want to emphasize that even if the board directs and you do install some type of traffic safety measure, whether it be a crosswalk or whatever, that there's no guarantee that is going to be a safe crossing. We will do whatever is required by law in terms of signage and painting of the crosswalk and extending sidewalks if that's necessary, but there's no guarantee that is going to be a deemed safe crossing, and that there's still not a responsibility of the walker pedestrian to be very careful when they make that crossing. So I just wanted to share that, as that there's no granted benevolent safety just because you equip it with the correct engineered crosswalk or sidewalk. So if the board directs, I certainly can go and find out more information and bring that back to the board. And
Well, we'd certainly, since we've had an expression of two people on that street with respect to safety, if you could confer with the engineer, I know I'd appreciate it. There are some other issues, though, with respect to children going to and from school. I believe by law that's a responsibility of the Lakota School District, and I know they are working on trying to determine safe ways for children to get to and from school, so perhaps that's an issue you would want to take up with the Lakota School District, as far as the safety of your children going to and from school.
I think the Lakota program is their safe routes to schools, and I think it only has been exacerbated because of the busing situation. And so I'm not so sure it's Lakota's responsibility to make sure that everything, that the township is fully equipped with the appropriate sidewalks to make that.
No, I may have misunderstood, but I believe the school district is responsible for the children on their way to and from school.
I don't know if that's
I don't know. Could you ask our law director?
Well, if the majority of the board directs me, I can go get the information regarding the traffic engineering component of it.
May I state for the record that for over 2 years now, I have been approached by residents in that area. Some even come to my house, knock on my doors, particularly about that crossing the Eagleridge, because that's the only street they have to cross over to get on the sidewalk. And it is hazardous for the residents there. And Mr. Cho, I think he landed on the hood of a car at least once, and because of his poor vision. And I think it's time that we need to look at this to establish some sort of a crosswalk over Eagleridge.
When you say over it, are you speaking of a raised crosswalk?
No, just across, like a pedestrian crosswalk with two signs and a line across. So if we will find out.
I'm fine with...
That's a county road or a township road?
It's township road.
It's
Yeah, it is
township road.
township, coming down the hill.
Yeah, and
But I
and the
think-
problem is not only speeding downhill, but uphill, it's worse going uphill, according to the police reports that I've seen. Because I've been working on this issue for a while with no success. But it's actually, the speeding is worse going uphill.
And with the safe route to school, there's more school children walking to school nowadays to have to cross over to get on a sidewalk.
So I'm hearing at least from
I'm supportive, and I think,
I don't mind doing
Mr.
some research on it.
Lang,
I'm for it.
if you could confer with whoever you need to, the county engineer, our local police chief, whoever, and look at that area and see if there are ways we could make it safer. Some of the issues mentioned, we've tried before, like bumps, and ended up taking them out.
I would not recommend that we pursue.
We end up pissing off more people than we help, and actually, some of those people we're trying to help get upset after they have the speed bumps in the road as
There
well.
was a number of problems with the speed bumps, and I know our former Chief Deathridge came to us and said, look, he was really concerned that people they were transporting in ambulances that had back or head or other injuries were being further, there's potential of them being further injured trying to navigate those bumps. Plus the kids found it was a lot of fun to go across them really fast. So it kind of, the speed bumps didn't work for us.
Yeah.
So I'm sensing that there's not majority direction to...
Not for speed bumps.
Right, to refresh.
For safety.
That's what I was going to
And I
say.
actually thought that the roundabout did some
Was
traffic
great.
calming there.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It is. And we've actually asked the engineer's office for some performance measurements, some updates of some data on that so that we could demonstrate that there has been, our perceptions have been realized. But again, if I may finish, is that there's no majority direction from the Board of Trustees to pursue speed humps or speed bumps, because I would not recommend that as an option. And I can refresh the data certainly if you want to see that, but we have had we've had no success in that infrastructure being applied in other like areas.
That's right.
Like
But I'm
Clifton
sensing
Hills.
the board wants us to get some information on potentially a crosswalk or some pedestrian traffic
Sort of a
measure
general
for-
safety thing, because perhaps Greg Wilkins, who's an engineer, might think of something we haven't,
I can do that and
So-
report back to the board then.
We'd sure appreciate that. Thank you very much, Mrs. Boyko. Do we have anything else we'd like to bring up?
I have nothing.
No, I have nothing.